The Fermi paradox is a thought experiment that asks the question, are we alone out here? Despite the vastness of space and the billions of stars and planets out there, as far as we're concerned, we're alone out here. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Fermi paradox iceberg, which gives us some solutions on to why we might be alone out here. I hope you guys enjoy the video. To start off the iceberg in Tier 1, we have what is probably the simplest explanation. We haven't been discovered yet. It would make sense that in the vastness of space, that if there was aliens looking for us, that they probably would miss a few spots. Out of all the solutions, this is probably the most realistic. I mean, out of the billions of different stars and planets out there, what are the chances that they would come and check ours? Our radios aren't advanced enough. If you ever looked at a map of the universe and to see how far our radio signals have gone, it really isn't far. Despite decades of us sending out radio signals, we've barely even made it outside our own little bubble. Maybe in the future though, when technology begins to advance more, we'll be able to get those signals out there further. Space is too big for communication. This next entry kinda goes hand in hand with the last one we talked about, except maybe our radio signals will never get that far. When you look at it, getting a message to carry across the vastness of space is, as far as we're concerned, a physical impossibility, and maybe it'll stay that way. The zoo hypothesis. The zoo hypothesis theorizes that while there is intelligent life out there, they simply haven't contacted us yet and are instead just keeping an eye on us. One reason they would do this is that they simply just want to study us without actually interfering. They could also be afraid of spreading harmful diseases to us that our immune system simply can't handle, so instead they decide to just watch us from afar, like a zoo exhibit. Aliens aren't interested in Earth. If intelligent life out there had the technology to go and travel the stars and see all the wonderment of the universe, then they simply might not just be interested in Earth. After all, the Earth really is just a ball of rock floating through space. If these aliens had the advancements to travel among the stars, then having a conversation with us would probably not be very engaging for them. We are the first civilization in the galaxy. While there may be other forms of life out there, this theory suggests that we're the first ones to actually create a civilization in the galaxy. And if that's the case, then it's up to us to go out there and find them, not them come to us. Government cover-up. I feel like this entry doesn't really need a whole lot of explaining. If the government did find intelligent life, then there's a pretty good chance that they would hide it from us. We are the Sentinels of the Milky Way. If you don't know, North Sentinel Island is an island that is pretty much uncontacted by the rest of humanity. Since the native tribe there decided that they don't want anything to do with the outside world, we have cut contact from them and made it illegal to travel to the island, which allows them to live in their peaceful solitude. We are living in a simulated universe. The simulated universe theory has gotten quite popular over the years, having some followers such as Elon Musk. The theory suggests that nothing around us is real and instead we're just living in a computer simulation. The biggest issue with this theory when it comes to the Fermi paradox is that we would never find intelligent life unless the simulation decided it wanted us to. Civilizations don't survive climate change. Ever since humans have began industrializing, there's been huge leaps made in technology, but there's also been massive damage to ecosystems and the planet as a whole. This theory suggests that civilizations destroy their own habitats before being able to even reach out to other alien life forms. Intelligent life is rare. Despite there being millions, if not billions of species throughout the world's history, humans are the only ones that develop the level of intelligence that we have. While other species have been intelligent, it is not to the level of understanding intergalactic space travel. If there are aliens out there, there's a good chance that they are not on the same intelligence level as humans and are instead closer to other animals. Interstellar exploration is a uniquely human trait. While there may be other intelligent life out there, maybe they simply just don't care about space exploration. Traveling space is not an easy task, so it's possible aliens have instead prioritized other pressing matters to them. The rare Earth hypothesis. In order for life to have become a thing on Earth, it took a lot of things being just perfect. From the size of our planet, the composition of our planet, to even its location within the solar system. This theory suggests that Earth is the only planet where things happen to go so perfect, and the chances of that happening again are incredibly low. Civilizations don't survive the atomic era. Since humans have entered the atomic era, a common priority among top governments was to create weapons of mass destruction using this new technology. If a war was ever to occur that used these weapons, it would likely wipe human civilization away entirely. It's possible that aliens also discovered similar atomic weapons and used them to destroy themselves. Interstellar travel is scientifically impossible. Well, most of us agree that interstellar travel would be pretty cool. If you ever looked at the distance between stars, you realize just how insurmountable that task may be. The closest star to us besides the Sun is over 4 light years away. To put that into perspective, 4 light years is over 20 trillion miles. Looking at the technology that it would require to travel there in a reasonable amount of time, it is clear that we are still very, very far from that point. Life requires more than one habitable planet. This theory suggests that in order for intelligent life to survive in the long term, they need more than one planet. If you recall earlier the rare Earth hypothesis, we already know finding one planet to sustain life is already hard enough. Math is a human-exclusive discipline. If humans are the only life in the universe who can do complex math, we'll likely be the only ones to leave our planet. Physics and engineering are both required for spaceflight, and math is crucial in both those professions. Aliens are everywhere, but we just can't see them. So what I'm assuming this theory suggests is that aliens are actually all over the place, but we cannot see them due to possibly them living in a higher dimension, having some sort of cloaking technology, or even just blending in with the population. Civilizations do not survive AI. With the rise of AI, a big question has been the possible dangers that they can cause humans in the future. Maybe other alien civilizations have discovered those dangers and died off as a consequence. We have yet to reach the Great Filter. The Great Filter was proposed and basically said that we should have seen or come across some type of intelligent life trying to expand, and since we haven't, that must mean there is a step in the process civilizations can't get past. Have we managed to get past that step yet? Who knows, but if we were to find life that was behind in that process, that would likely mean we haven't reached it yet. Aliens travel through the universe virtually. As we covered earlier, the universe is quite big, possibly so big that we can't travel through it physically. This entry suggests that instead of traveling through the universe physically, aliens choose to do so virtually. The rise of VR technology, maybe they can send drones that feed back to them through a VR headset, or possibly even use holograms. We are the last surviving civilization in the galaxy. Maybe we have yet to meet aliens because we are the last surviving intelligent civilization. What led to the destruction of other civilizations is a mystery, but if they were all destroyed, it would only be us who are left alone out in this vast universe. The laboratory hypothesis. This theory suggests that our universe was created by some highly intelligent alien life form, and we are in their laboratory being studied. If this is the case, then theoretically, the universe would not be infinite and would end somewhere, and all that's left outside of it is their world. This is one of the more scary theories, is what happens when they are finished studying us? Do they shut down that experiment, leading to all our destruction? Civilizations reset after a certain stage. This entry is extremely similar to the Great Filter, and claims at one point in our advancements, we are reset back to the beginning. How we are reset would be unknown. But if that does happen, it would be impossible for us and other civilizations to reach a point in technology where we can finally meet each other. We are the only intelligence in the universe. This is another theory that is pretty self-explanatory. If there are other alien life forms out there, there's no guarantee that they would be intelligent. In fact, going off all the species here on Earth, the likelihood of there being another intelligent species is slim to none. If that is the case, it would be much harder for us to find other life forms, as we'd be the only ones looking. The Dark Forest Theory. The Dark Forest Theory is one that suggests that there are other intelligent life forms out there, but they choose to remain hidden. They would choose to stay hidden because they are all hostile and do not want to attract the attention of other life forms that would come and destroy them. This would mean our attempts to communicate out in the universe would be like a prey calling upon its predators. We are alone because we miraculously passed the Great Filter. This theory goes hand in hand with the Great Filter. All other life forms in their attempt to further technology led to their destruction in some form or another along the path, but not us humans. We managed to make it past the Great Filter, but if no other intelligent life can make it past that Great Filter, we'd be left alone in our quest for advancements. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider checking out some of my other content and subscribing. This has been Night Stories, and I'll see you guys next time.